Them Damn Mexicans presents TDM Talk.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of TDM Talk. I'm your host, David of Them Damn Mexicans.
And I'm Melissa.
And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man, and keep up to date with all of our content, man, that we'll be bringing to you as we have been. I know the storm, kind of slowed us up a little bit. And how did you go? How did you deal with that?
7 days without freaking light. I was
7 days.
thugging it out here at my house.
How many pounds you lose?
I don't think I lost anything. I don't think I lost anything. If anything, it made me stress eat.
Man, I know a lot of people didn't. Excuse me, they didn't have a. I mean, there's still people now that don't have
I
power. So, man, my
know.
prayers are with you guys.
No, really.
We were praying for a lot of you guys as well that didn't have power throughout the week. We have a lot of
Mhm.
the people in the group chat with the vendors and whatnot,
Yeah.
checking on them, and some got babies, some are pregnant, and I was like, damn,
I
that's
know.
tough.
It makes it even worse. I know I went to the grocery store just a while ago because we don't have nothing no more. Like, I had to
Oh,
throw everything out of my refrigerator. I'm talking about everything. And I
damn!
just went grocery shopping on Friday before the
Before
storm.
the storm.
$300 down the drain. So, yeah, I went to the grocery store right here and no ground beef, no chicken. They only had like chicken drums. But even that, it kind of looks kind of like sketchy.
Yeah. I know there's like a food town like by us and they were running off a generator and I actually went inside and it was
Hmm.
dark as hell and I was like and it was
Dang.
hot and they had people working. And they were saying
Wow.
we have meat and chicken, and all that and I was like,
Yeah.
man, I'm not buying, y'all can't even
Yeah, it's
you can't keep your
scary.
employees cool. How you gonna keep the food?
I know. I was telling my mom that I was like, man, I hope we don't get sick from none of the food that we've been eating
Yeah.
because we're just like, trusting that they are putting, like good food or whatever on the shelves for us to take. But who knows? Who knows?
Man, how about you guys, man, that are watching, man? How long were you guys without power? Let us know in the comments or how you survived. I think more than ever now it's like I know I always keep saying this, but they're not cheap. The generator thing,
Mm-mm.
like getting a generator, I was like, man, after the last one, it's like, nah, we got to get one. But it's like, well, we put it off. But them things are not
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, I know. I had told myself when the freeze happened, man, I need to get me a generator, and I just never did.
You
You know
just
what I
never
mean?
did.
Just like you get through it, you pass. You get through it, you pass through it, and then it's like, oh, you forget.
What do you
You know what I
prefer, the
mean?
cold, the freeze, or the being in the
I
heat?
can be in the heat. I was just like, because whenever I went to Costa Rica, they were without power for a whole day.
Really?
They
Why?
because they prepare for the rain season. So during rain season,
Uh,
they really don't have power.
oh wow.
Yeah. So well, at least then they get to escape to the beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have a whole
yeah.
day out. Here, we're just like stuck here. You know what I
You
mean?
can't go no damn where.
We're just stuck here. So it's like, man, I know that sounds crazy, but I was like, Melissa, you dealt with worse. So really, it was really hot. It was really unbearable at sometimes. Woke up really sweaty, but at the end of the day, I was grateful. I still had hot water. I still have running water. The first night I didn't. I was
Mm,
really worried the first night. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like yes, it was so uncomfortable, and it really threw me out of my routine. But man, I'm alive. You
hey,
know.
it's a blessing, man, to just
Yes.
be alive. Cause we saw that people died during this thing.
Yeah.
Like I saw the one where like the tree fell on the house and killed like I think it was like an older woman or man. I don't really remember which one it was, but
Yeah.
it was several that died because of that. Like trees falling on the home. I'm like, yo, that's wild.
You
Like,
see all those big trees as you're coming into my
yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah.
It before you couldn't come into my neighborhood, all those trees had like fell
Oh
over.
wow.
And it was so wild seeing the trees uproot from the freaking ground. Big trees that have been, there for years and years.
We
Like,
saw some of that like
wow.
driving around, and it's an amazement. Like you said, just being uprooted from the ground, like seeing all that. Like, how does that
Yes.
even happen? Like, that's how strong it
Yes.
was. The winds.
The
Was it
winds.
flooded like a lot? Does it flood out here a lot?
So
Or
we have really big ditches, so it doesn't flood in our neighborhood. However, the older subdivision in the back, yes, it does. And Tavola does too. So It sucks, you know what I mean, for them. But here it doesn't.
Okay.
Man, whenever the storm was happening, I was really scared because I have really big windows too. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
man, I was really thinking those windows were gonna break, and it's like, what else?
Damn.
You
I
know,
can't even
like you're
imagine.
barely catching a break, and it's like, here's a little bit more razzle dazzle on your ass.
Man, sometimes that's how life be. It just hits
Man,
you, and then it just like it
literally.
continues. It's just like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And then I used to always be like, damn, what else could go wrong? And it's like I
Don't
had to
have.
stop saying
Yeah,
that.
don't say that.
Yeah, because it's something
Yeah.
else will go wrong. Like I guarantee that.
Yes.
And then you'll be like, damn, why did I say that?
Yeah. Then you kind of jinx yourself, right? That's how I feel.
Oh, man, we were fortunate. We were blessed. Like
Yeah.
we went. Like I think our lights went out. Power went out about 7 a.m. and they were right back on about 4 p.m.
Oh
So
wow. So y'all really didn't go without light?
nah,
No.
it
How come you didn't invite us over?
was
No, I was
pretty hot. But
kidding.
look, why you saying
No,
that?
I'm
It
just
was
kidding.
hard
I'm
even reaching out to
kidding.
anybody because
No, it
the
was
cell phone
so
things went bad
bad.
too.
Talk
Like,
about that for a minute. Like, how did that make you feel? Like hopeless in the moment, right?
man, I went to sleep.
Oh.
Look,
Then all your family must have been home.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
But
okay.
people were trying to text and check on us, and
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do the same. But it would with iPhones, um, even iPhone to iPhone, they even the what do you call it, the iMessage thing
Mm-hmm.
wasn't working. Like trying to
Yeah.
send out a text multiple times, I had to. And it was like send as a text, text go green type of thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, and then some people weren't
So
getting
crazy.
messages. It was just wild. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
I was telling my son, like, man, you lived through some wild shit, boy. Like, if you think about the pandemic, the
yeah,
storms, like, he's like, I know, I got stories to tell my grandkids one day.
man, we just watched that movie. I think it came out
Mm-mm.
in like 2011 called Contagion. Is it Contagion? Something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name, but it was on Apple or
Mm-hmm.
one of them, streaming sites. But it was almost like the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like they predicted what was gonna happen because it was
Yeah.
exactly people was running around wearing masks and getting sick and dying
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it felt like. Like so then when the now that you brought up the COVID thing, it was like, no, that's wild that happened. And they were
Mm-hmm.
like, wait, this movie came out in 2011. Like, how did they? Do you think that
Mm-hmm.
stuff be like kind of like predicted or like they know or they
Right? They
plan it?
always say like that's the conspiracy. It's like these movies or the Simpsons, right? Like
Oh yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
predict things, and it's like, man, it's I don't know. Like you just never know,
Or the
right?
Simpsons always right
Yes.
type of thing.
It's like, is there somebody controlling something? Is there a little part to that? I mean, is it all God? And that's, you know what I mean? It
Mm.
gets so deep into it. So I don't know. I just be trying to like roll as the punches are going. You know what
That's
I
funny because
mean?
I know that wasn't.
Roll
I
with
know this
it.
wasn't something that we had planned on talking about, but it
Yeah.
kind of just, I don't know, it just kind of
Yeah.
fit. But it makes you think though, because you really get to be thinking like, man, what? Like I know on the
Hmm.
Simpsons they had the episode where they lived in like the dome,
Yeah.
and then they're saying that that's how we are. That we live in that the Earth is flat and we live in a
In
dome.
a dome.
You
I don't
know,
know about that part. I mean, Christopher Columbus, he's somebody, right?
Christopher.
No, just kidding. No,
Shout out
like
to that thief. Nah,
right?
that
No.
liar.
And
No.
you know what? That's not even who really discovered America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like a face.
Who
Yeah.
discovered it?
I don't know.
Mi- Mike
I don't know.
Jones.
Mike Jones.
Shout out to
Who?
Mike Jones. Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah.
Speaking of H Town, man, you just had an amazing event this past
Thank
weekend.
you.
If you guys weren't there, man, it was such a dope event. The rain didn't stop nothing. The city of
No.
Houston came out and showed mad love, man. Like
Yeah.
I mean, y'all. Well, talk about it. What was I guess let me ask what was your initial expectations and did it supersede that? Like what
Oh,
happened?
for sure. See that. So originally I had hosted 713 Day Market last year.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like my first time ever like doing something for 713 Day. And I was just like really consistent with it. I was like, I love Houston. Like,
Yeah.
look, I got Houston tattooed on me since I
No,
was
she is so
13.
Houston. I've told her that before. I said you were so
My
Houston.
mom got mad at me. She's like, why you get that tattooed on you? Like, shut up. So, anyways, no, I love Houston. So yeah, last year for me, I felt like just little me planning that it was like a big turnout.
Yeah. That was
So
dope too, by the way, because
thank
I was at that one
you,
too.
thank you. Yeah, I got a lot of compliments over it. So I was like, man, I wanted to do it big this year. I'm like, let's do it big. So I teamed up with the best of the best out there, Clutch City, Art Manifest, and Houston Paint Sesh. We all paired up and we teamed up and we became Houston Culture Fest.
Mm.
And now we are even planning to do other Houston Culture Fests other than just 713 Day.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the foundation of things. But man, it was so dope. With even with Harvey, okay,
Oh,
Hurricane
you taking
Beryl,
it back.
right?
Beryl, Harvey, all them.
Yes. Even with with the storm and people still not having lights, man, Houston really came out, showed love, supported, really showed the Houston culture. I mean, what better way than all those slabs lined up?
Yeah.
Legendary SUC on stage,
Yeah. Shout out to Lil O, Fat Rat with
Little
the cheese.
O. Yes, he was super, super dope to meet. Man, we had a whole crowd rocking. It was just beautiful to see the city come together.
I told Frank, Art Manifesto, shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about that the other day because I sent him a message saying, hey, great work on the event, just kind of like how I did with
Mm-hmm.
you. And then we were talking about Little O because I started to think to myself, why doesn't Little O have why isn't he a bigger name in the city? Because
Yeah.
he's got the music to me,
Yeah.
like he's got
He's got
hits.
features with a lot of big artists here in Houston for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he got big, hits of his own. You just dropped one with Bun B recently.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go check that out then.
I guess because Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Kiki, they're so mainstream here in Houston.
Yeah.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. That some people probably get overlooked,
I think he's one of them because
Yeah.
as I was there listening to the music, I was like, yo, this dude really got like,
Man.
not that because I jam him on the
On a
daily. Like I have his
regular,
music in my
yes,
phone,
me
so
too.
it
Bet
was
you can't
dope
do
seeing.
it.
Yeah, bet you can't do it.
Yes.
That back, give me 50 feet, like that's such a
Mhm.
classic, here in
Some guy
Houston.
came up to me. He was like, "Man, thank y'all so much for having Little O up there. It took me back to my high school days." And I was like, "Shoot, I feel that."
Yeah. I heard what's my
Mhm.
guy's name? The DJ y'all had?
DJ Paul.
Yeah, DJ
Mhm.
Paul talking about Coco Loco, Roxy days,
Mhm.
and he started playing a lot of Rec
Taking it
Shop
back.
and
You
just
ever went to Coco
yeah,
Loco T
yeah,
Town?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, me too. Me
We used to
too.
be up and down the Richmond Strip all the time,
What about
man.
Metropolis? No,
No.
no.
I actually never been there, but
Wow.
I mean, we used to always like right over there,
Remember
like,
how Richmond used to be a thing?
yep.
Man,
Y'all youngsters, y'all don't know about that, man. Like back in the day,
I
we
barely know
Richmond.
about it.
You better.
It's because I had an older sister, so she would let me
Mm,
ride with her.
y'all see, I'm old, so
I
that
had an
lets you
older
know because
sister.
we was riding around. Um, Sometimes we'd be 2 or 3 cars deep, with
Mhm.
friends and family, and we'd be out and we wouldn't even necessarily even go inside the club. We would just go
No,
and ride around the
cruising.
strip. We'd
Hmm.
go down to where
Back
Metropolis
and
was,
forth.
back down to I forgot what the street was, and then back around, and it'd be
Hmm.
so many people out there.
Stop for a little bit, post up.
Yeah, parking lot pimping is what they used to call it. You'd
Yes,
be out
parking
there,
lot
smoke.
pimping.
Well, I don't even want to get into what people were doing out there, but yeah, it was.
Yes.
But everybody was having a good time. Like
What a time to be alive.
yeah. No,
Hmm.
you can't have that now. I don't
No,
think. Why
they don't
not
know how to
though?
act. Because
Oh,
they don't
because
know
they
how
don't
to
know how to.
act. Like now, these guys in the trocas, they be peeling
Oh
off
yeah,
freaking
them cops be breaking them up so quick too.
man for real.
They
But
can't do
they're
anything.
dangerous. They really are dangerous.
Yeah, and
Man,
they.
I've seen so many of those reels where like someone's just recording and then boom, they're doing like a whole donut and they just take them out. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I've
so
seen that.
scary.
Where them boys be flying out, trying to hang out the window and
Yes.
show out, and then they're, hitting them donuts, and then he just
Yeah.
accidentally falls off, or like you said, hit somebody or hit another car, and oh nah, man. Next thing you know, they get to
Mhm.
shooting, and it just see y'all youngsters, man. Y'all gotta learn how to
Mhm.
just go out, have fun, and and just leave it at that, man. Y'all be trying
And
to show
then,
out for the gram. That's what I think it
mhm.
is too, though. Like the social media, they think, oh, I'm gonna go viral, and they start going
Mhm.
crazy. You end up hurting somebody.
That part. Yep, that part. They don't say that. They just think like, oh, they some old heads.
Yeah.
They some old heads. They're always trying to preach about something, and it's like, no, like watch. I tell my sons all the time, I can't wait till you get to my age, and you be like, yeah, mom, you're really trying to lace me up on something. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. They be thinking we're not, hip to what's out there. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, times do change because we didn't have social media. Well, at least I didn't. I don't,
Hmm.
you young people,
You
I
didn't
don't know.
have a Moco space?
We did, but I mean, I really
What
wasn't young. I mean, what do you consider young?
do you mean?
Like, what's young? Like, what's
Now?
the young age? No, just in general. Like, what's young?
I would say like 18 is really young.
Okay.
Or my son's 17. That's
When did
young,
when did Mogul Space and all that started coming out?
right? I never had Moco space. I was
I
just kidding about
I didn't
that.
either, but
But
I knew about it, but I never had that.
MySpace, I was in middle school, so like
MySpace
2000.
8, 9, maybe.
No, because by that time I already had kids. Um,
Nah, cause like when I go into my memories, I have posts from like 09, 2009.
yeah, in 2009, like 2000, yeah. So I had my kids in 2006, so it was like 2005, 2004, MySpace.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
right. It has to be.
I think so. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
That's a good question. I'm at, if you guys out there that are watching know when that came out, let us
eight,
know, man, in the
nine,
comments.
maybe. No, not eight,
Well, I
because I
know for
had
sure
graduated in
'09
'08.
because, but I don't know when I don't remember when I joined because the guy that put me on, no, MySpace was before Facebook.
Yeah, because Facebook was like right
Oh, so
around
you're
'08.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
MySpace was it had to have been about '05.
yeah. Crazy, right?
Man,
Man,
that's
time
wild.
flies for real. Time flies.
I like MySpace as having a top 8 and fixing your
Right.
page how you
Ah,
want
that's how you
it.
threw some shade. Nah, she ain't cool no more. She off that top
Oh,
eight.
you out the top 8, and people would really message you like, "Yo, why you took me
Oh
off it?"
yes, yes. So much shade too. And then you'll be like, oh, let me see if I'm like his girl. Because if I'm his girl, I'm gonna be on that top one.
That
You
top
know,
one, the first spot. Yeah.
man. That's how you knew. That's how you knew.
If you had MySpace today, what song are you putting on there? What's your
Oh,
main song like
right
right
now.
now?
Oh, that's a tough one. Dang. I don't know. Something Houston. Something
I was like,
Houston.
yeah, I was like,
Something
I
zero.
know it's gonna be some Houston.
I don't need no help. My
Oh, you in your fit? If you jamming that, that's you're
hmm.
in your feelings. I know that one. That's
Nah,
the
that song just like I'm not in my feels, but that song just hits right, and it's like yeah, and then it makes you
yeah,
reminisce about all the people done you wrong.
exactly. You're like, man, I don't need no
You
help.
know
Fuck
what?
all
Let me
y'all.
email him real quick. No,
Yeah,
just
we'll
kidding.
take a commercial break while she sends out this email real quick.
Right, I got something to say.
Yeah, exactly.
No, just kidding. I don't
Did
have
you
nobody like that.
did you want to talk about any hot topics or anything you want to?
Let's see. Let's talk about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump,
Yo, what do we think about that? What are your
aka
thoughts?
aka 50 how old is he? What is he like?
He's
70,
like in his 70s, yeah.
70 cent. That's what we're gonna call him now.
70 cent,
You know, he got
75 cent.
yeah. He's talking about he in the studio making a diss record. He got shot like Tupac and
Mm-mm.
didn't get killed. Look, I don't. That's tough to say. I honestly think it was staged, you know,
Stage, but how
but I
so?
mean,
Like, hey, we're about to like shoot you. Just stand there. Like, don't move, because if you move, we're gonna hurt you more.
but I that's
Like
that
that.
I don't know all the details of what happened. I just know he was shot, and I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Like I was
Hmm.
asleep like when it happened, and my son, he's 6. He comes in the room yelling, "Donald Trump got shot! Donald Trump got shot!" And I'm like, "What?" I wake up and look at my TV in the room, and it's on the news, and he's got it on the news, and I'm like, "Bro, how do you know this? Like, why do you know this?" First of all, so I thought that was funny.
Hey, your 6-year-old is trying to root for make Donald Trump, make America
Yeah,
great again.
I don't know, because again, if you're a snot, how do you miss? I'm not saying I wanted him to get killed or anything. Just don't get that twisted. I'm not saying that.
Right?
I'm just saying like how.
I definitely think it was probably a statement.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it was a statement. I
like
don't
what kind
think
though?
um I mean, to a lot, you know what I mean? It's probably a
Like we don't
statement.
want you to be a president or
That
something?
part, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch the news often. I'm not really into politics, but this is how I saw it. I saw it as, at the end of the day, he's a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has family, he has kids, he has
Yeah.
somebody who loves him. So at the end of the day, it's just wrong for someone to do that. But when you're up there and you're in like politics, it's like, man, it's a dangerous game.
He's definitely a character that's like really he's one of those that's either loved or hated. Like there's no in between with him. People
Yeah.
either hate him or they
He's a
love him.
businessman, straight up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's a businessman and he takes feelings out of everything and he just handles business.
Yeah.
That's how I see him. That's honestly how I see him. And to some people, it's like, oh, he doesn't do like the humane thing. And I get it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, it's like hiring an accountant to do a chef job, right? I
Mm,
mean, yes, everybody can cook, but nobody knows how to make, fine dine, you know, chef dishes. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So they hired him to do a president job. And part of that requirement is to have some compassion towards humans, right, in
Yeah.
your country. But at the end of the day, he's a businessman, a
Yeah.
corporate businessman.
Yeah.
Corporate, they don't have no feelings. They have
That's true.
numbers. They have numbers that they need to,
I
you
know
know what I
people say
mean?
this all the time
Execute.
about when he was president, like, because I said the same thing. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, like, times were good when he was president.
Yeah.
Like, I felt
A lot
like,
of people feel that way.
as a country we were more prosperous. Now I don't know the numbers.
Mhm.
That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. So don't go,
Yeah.
try to cancel me because I really don't give a shit. I'm gonna just, I'm just keeping it a buck. But
Yeah.
just recently, I don't know if you saw this, but Mexican OT sided with Donald Trump.
Oh no, I did not see
Yeah,
that.
he
Okay.
made a statement saying, basically like saying he's not racist towards Mexicans. Like he's like saying if you listen to the full statement when he was saying that, he was talking about all immigrants, like you know, uh, people from the Middle East,
Mhm.
Chinese, whatever. It didn't matter what kind of immigrants. They were just
I think it's just more magnified against Mexicans because it's so easy for them just to, not so easy, but it's easier than China, than India, than
because
Germany.
Mexico's like right there. Like
Yes,
you know what
they
I'm
can
saying?
literally walk over. You know what I mean? If the borders were open, obviously they're not open like that. But it's just more easier for them to smuggle over here versus somebody who has to catch a boat or
Correct.
really put themselves in danger and
Because
go
on
in
the
those
cool,
containers.
a lot of
That's
those
crazy.
immigrants that do come from other countries, a lot of them come to Mexico and then come in through there.
Yeah, they do.
Because it's like, I mean, let's keep it a bug. It's like
Mhm.
the easiest way to get into the country.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we got the people that smuggle them into the country. One
Mhm.
there's a bunch of ways to get it. It ain't really not.
Like coyote.
Yep.
Yeah, tío.
El
I'm just
tío,
kidding.
tío Chuy, ahí estamos. Nah.
Right?
Nah. And by the way, it's not my
Nah.
real uncle. I ain't gonna put his name out there like
I don't know.
that.
We all got an Uncle Chewy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And get him in trouble.
I don't really like most of my uncles anyway. So,
Oh
nah,
man.
I'm kidding somewhat. But yeah, so OT's catching a lot of flack. They're calling him a vendido, a sellout. Basically, someone said they should
Mm,
change his name to the American OT. So,
wow.
um, and I asked J-Vaz earlier. I was gonna shout out to J-Vaz, man. We miss you,
Hey,
dog.
for real.
But it was I was like, man, who okayed that statement from him? Because he's catching a lot of heat. He's
Yeah.
gonna definitely lose a lot of fans because that happened with Chingo Bling when he was saying he was gonna vote for Trump.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of fans and
I mean, I think just again, people just need to take their feelings out of things. Like everybody has the right to like have their own opinion about things. So, hey, not everybody's gonna agree, and not everybody's cup of tea, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, hey, if he loses some, they want real ones.
my boy Vince Bryant, he made a statement earlier on social media that I thought
Mm,
it was really dope. He's like, look, two things I'm not gonna argue or debate about is politics and religion.
yep.
You can believe what you want, and I can believe what I want, and
Yeah.
we shouldn't be
Arguing over your else beliefs.
or I'm not gonna
Yeah.
hate you because of who you vote
Yeah.
for or what you believe in.
Yeah.
If I want to believe in Jesus Christ and you want to believe in Mohammed, we should still be able to be cool and not
Yeah.
really be at odds because of it. And
Yeah.
I think politics does that. Politics and religion definitely do that.
Yep.
So yeah, I just
Yeah,
that's
those are two things I kind of like stay out of, like, to discuss openly.
Mhm.
However, somebody asks me for my opinion, I'm definitely gonna give it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know some people are going to, definitely probably have something to say or whatever,
Yeah, people
because
always got something to say. That's for sure.
yeah, let us know in the comments, man. Bring the
Yes.
love, bring
We
the
want to
hate, bring it
hear.
all. We'll take it, man.
Yes.
It is what it is.
We
It's
want to
just
hear y'all's thoughts on the whole Donald Trump, on the whole hurricane. What was y'all's thoughts? What were y'all guys going through?
yeah, everything that
Um,
we discuss on this show is open for debate. It doesn't stop
yes.
with just us two. Like we
Mm-hmm.
want you guys to
Interact.
yeah, interact in the comments. We'll
Mm-hmm.
reply back. We always reply back. Pretty soon you'll see on our social medias. We'll post questions for the next episode.
Yeah.
Different topics. You let us know if you guys have questions or topics you want us to discuss, or something that we've already touched on in the past. Let us know. We definitely can bring it back and
Yeah.
maybe reiterate on what we were saying or whatever. Because a lot of
Yes.
people will take sound bites or little clips of what we say and maybe make it into something that it wasn't because
Yeah.
they're not the full context of things. So it's kind of
Yeah. That's
so
people with too much time on their hands.
that's how I
But
feel. Because look,
it's
I'm gonna be
all,
honest.
it's
If I don't
all,
like something, I just keep scrolling. I don't have time to comment
yeah.
and
I don't have it in me to hate.
yeah.
Like, I really don't. I don't have it in me hate. Like, to hate on anything. I may have my opinion, but I'm not gonna sit there and hate on nothing. It's too much energy.
Hey, but if
Too
you're a hater, go
much.
ahead and comment, man. And
No,
while
for
you're at it, hit that
sure.
subscribe button. While
For
you're there.
sure.
That's one of the things I've been doing lately. Someone comments and I'm like, hey man, thank you for your comment. Please consider subscribing
Yeah.
and
Thank you so much for watching. That's
and
what we really need. We need people to watch and view.
I had a guy tell me no. He goes, absolutely not. I said, well, thank you anyway.
Yes,
But it comes
ugly.
it comes with the territory, man. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
it's a part of the game.
You're gonna have
So
some thick skin.
yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like so I don't really be caring. I just like, hey, whatever it is, hey, give it, bring it, pause. We don't want to be like,
Yeah.
you can't have like you said, your own opinion. Like, man, hey, even if you're wrong, so like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm just kidding. Opinion
I
is
don't,
just
yeah. I'm like, opinion is opinion, right? It is what it is. I'm just not gonna
so
sit here and dwell on it.
so one last little thing that I wanted to touch on, your up and coming podcast. Talk talk
Yes.
talk to the people about it, because I know about it, but
Right?
the people.
So my new podcast that's coming out, it's gonna be called Real Hot Mom Shit. We're gonna be talking about real life stuff, not only just with moms. I want to hear real hot dad shit too, because guys go through it too. But really, my podcast is just a platform to discuss real life discussions, talk about things that are going on in the city, and just how, motherhood is, and just life, life in general.
Yeah. So all
Mm-hmm.
the what are you, the real hot mom,
Real hot mom.
or if you're not hot, you can still watch.
Yes, everybody's a hot mom in some kind of way.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all be on the lookout for that,
Yes.
man. She'll be dropping
Yes.
her episode soon, and we'll be putting a link in the description where you guys can go subscribe to her page, to her channel as
Yes.
well. And
I'm gonna need some real hot moms to come on my platform and discuss your point of views and some topics that I may have. Yes, and some hot dads too. What's up?
hey, y'all heard it here first, man. So y'all
Mm-hmm.
be on the lookout for that. And we just appreciate anybody that just watches this, and
Mm-hmm.
hey, if there's something again that you guys want us to talk about and discuss, hey, let us know. Let us know in the comments, and we'll definitely bring it up. And pretty soon we might even be going live with it and being able to,
Oh, that would be
talk
dope,
to the
huh?
people, on the spot. So I think that'll
Yeah.
be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope. I would love that.
Okay,
But yeah,
okay.
thank you again for inviting me on. I'm excited to be a co-host now.
Yeah. So she's saying invited me on. She bullied her way onto. No, I'm
No.
kidding. So for those that don't know, man, this is our first episode together. So Melissa is now
Yes.
officially a co-host, a host of TDM Talk as well. So there might even be some episodes you might not even see me, which I'm pretty sure y'all be fine with it. But she might be taking the reins and doing things on her own and whatnot. But I mean, hey, that's what we're here to do, is just kind of grow and network, and just build off of that, and help also build with your platform and whatnot, and share audiences and gain new audiences, because I'm sure people that watch TDM Talk will go watch Real Hot Mom Shit.
Real Hot
and vice
Mom
versa.
Shit. Yes.
Are
you gonna be on the episode for Real Hot Mom Shit?
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
I'm with it.
I really want your wife to get on here.
She's like, hell no.
I really need her opinion. What is it like to be David's wife?
Oh Lord.
Behind the scenes of TDM.
No, look, cut. No.
That's a whole life story right there.
Yeah, she'll be like, look, where do I start?
I need to get with Lifetime's network so we can create something
new
here.
Lifetime movie. No, that's gonna be dope. But man, we're gonna keep bringing you all this new content, man. I know y'all used to seeing the interviews, but those of you that have been following us from day one, y'all know that we started off discussing topics, just having real, genuine conversations about everyday life and things. And right now, we're just discussing what's been the latest in the city of Houston and just in general. There's so much more, of course.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna bring up, y'all just gotta watch the next episode for what we're gonna talk about. So unless I don't know if you've seen that.
What is it?
And it just happened. So I know it wasn't a part of like what we initially discussed, but I think we can talk a little bit about it. So we had these young ladies at a quinceañera.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Doing the twerking and the crazy.
So you're not a fan of it?
No.
You would not let your daughter?
Man, I would have. Yeah, we would have had a quinceañera. Yeah, nah.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think I've seen worse. I think what made it
seen worse?
Yes, I've seen the worst of the worst.
Show me.
I've seen little girls like vibrating their butt on the floor doing a crybaby back in the day. Remember that song? Do the sissy went.
Oh yeah.
Like I've seen the worst. Like, why are we all freaking out? Like, did we all forget who invented twerking? Really?
But
girl, you look good when you back. Come on now.
Yeah, but those. Well,
see,
that's adult though, right? That's an adult.
No, because remember back in the days how quinceañera used to be like the place to go. It was like the pre-club before we were able to get into the clubs.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. If that little girl, in front of the family, in front of abuela, no.
But that's what I mean. I think not that it's okay, but I can see what you're saying at a quinceañera or at a maybe at a teen night.
the what's it called? Choreography. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid him. I would have been like, no, let's take that part out because Wella doesn't need to see none of that.
Who's the choreographer anyway? Megan Thee Stallion?
Nah.
Because
it would have been more wild if it was her.
Those little girls is going in. If you guys haven't seen the video, man, or that don't know what a quinceañera is, it's like a sweet 16, but it's when they turn 15, like in a traditional Mexican birthday.
Shout out to Anna for tagging all of us in that.
Yeah, and I don't, she
even tagged us in the whole Shorty Bays OnlyFans.
Shout out to Jay Vaz and Shotty Bay. I don't know where they at right now. But,
right, that's his bae.
Yeah. So, but anyway, man, let us know what you guys' thoughts in the comments about everything we discussed. And again, if you guys have anything you'd like to discuss, man, drop it in the comments. Send us a DM. We'll put it, where you guys can follow us. And man, on that note, man, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we are Them Damn Mexicans.